We are live. We are live. So, do you want to say hello?
Are we live?
We are live.
Hello, live. Hello, 21st century.
Hello, world at large.
Yeah.
From the Fieldston School.
I know. So somebody.
I think the staff is.
Oh, really?
Okay, we're live.
We're live.
We're live on Facebook.
Why?
Why?
Why
are we live?
I mean, who wants to see us? They're busy watching Kim Kardashian or...
No, but maybe Donna wants to see us. So, can she find us?
I mean, you don't need it, but who the hell knows? Sometimes people feel that.
And that's Bob over there. The better half over here.
Our club coordinator.
What?
Our club coordinator.
Oh, okay, cool. We are preparing for this. I'm not sure when we're going to have it, but what we should do, if we're going to have an unveiling, we have to veil. So there we go. This is what we're going to unveil.
Oh, great. That's just temporary. He has a nice and great one.
I got the stainless steel one coming. We've got to have the plaque with the QR code and Fieldston 62, the great class. Do you have a phone? Scan the code and see if you have it.
I love how on your website you talk about
And the first thing is donate to Fieldston.
I love it. Thank you, Jay.
I know, and then if you can go, we've got a fun group here.
Yes, as soon as he gives me the high sign, I'll get started.
And we'll get the complete scan here. The beautiful campus. And we've got quite a crowd here. It's cool.
Go Eagles!
And this is Sarah.
Yeah.
Anytime you want.
Okay. Taking up a store.
Yeah, we're Facebook Live for Donna. The day before, I stayed with Jonathan Thursday night, and came to set up.
Well, that's great. Very good. Hello. Tell me where. I'll give you the whole thing. Do they offer you water for the printers? Where do you want me?
Right up here, right in front of the sign. That's okay with you?
That is okay with me.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're going to are you going to introduce Bob?
I can.
Okay.
Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me.
Showtime.
Good morning and happy homecoming. Thank you so much for being here today on this rainy day, but we're going to make the most of it. I'm so thrilled that you all could be here for the unveiling of the Reading Dog statue. The class of 62 really came together and fundraised to bring this statue to campus, and we're so excited to share it with you this morning. And Bob Levy from the class of 62, who spearheaded this fundraising opportunity, is going to say a few words. So I'll turn it over to Bob.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody, for braving the non-raindrops. That's a hope and a prayer. But we'll try to make this as brief as possible because who knows about the weather ever. It is such a pleasure to dedicate the statue today on behalf of the class of 1962. We got this idea at our reunion in June, and it germinated like a spring flower. It came together really well, really easily, and it could never have happened without the tremendous dedication of my classmates in the class of 1962.
All right.
We only look old, and because we are. But what we did to pull this together was, as the kids would say, awesome. I volunteered to run the fundraising that this needed because I have done a great deal of that in my professional life and in my volunteer life. And the naysayers were out in force, and they said, oh, you'll never do it, you're too old, it's just a statue and nobody will care. Ladies and gentlemen, we made our goal in 4 days. 4 days. And I'm delighted to report that the money continues to come in, and we have now almost doubled our original goal. And the additional surplus money has gone and will continue to go to scholarships for current and future Fieldston students. You know, it's a wonderful testament to all of us who are getting up in years that we still feel it about this school, because boy, do we ever. We are still so close to one another. We are friends with one another. We are soulmates. We are wailing walls. We are everything you hope that good classmates would be and good friends would be, and we continue to be. Thanks also to the staff of the Fieldston School, without whom this would never have happened. You know, it's great to have brilliant ideas over a cup of coffee, and then you got to get it done. And special thanks to Sarah and Lauren and everybody in the development office and the alumni affairs office. Ladies, you made this go, and we are appreciative. And finally, the guy who is the centerpiece of the centerpiece, Mr. J. Lagemann. You know,
Stand in front of the camera. Get you there too.
there he is, yeah. We are, as I said, a remarkable group of old people, but there's no one as remarkable as this guy. Jay is a professional sculptor whose work is on display, I'm going to get this too short, Jay, in Massachusetts, in New Jersey, in New York, in Maryland, everywhere you can imagine. The guy is a real success as an artist, which you don't hear every day. You hear a lot of people who would try to be successes. This guy is a success. But on a personal note, I just want to say that Jay Lagemann has been my friend for 75 years. Now get this. We met when we were babies in baby carriages at a park right up here on Henry Hudson Parkway, when our mothers looked at each other and said, you know, you look like somebody I want to get to know, and maybe the little boys could get to know each other, and the rest, as they say, is history. Here we are. He's been my friend for 75 years. We are planning on another 75. This is the guy, and Jay's talent is on display behind us here. We are so delighted that the Reading Dog will be in front of the Tate Library forever, and we offer it up to the school as our way of saying thanks to the school that mattered to us then, matters to us still.
If he has been your friend for 75 years, why didn't you throw in more touchdown passes?
That's a good question. We won't go there.
We're still talking about football. Okay, you want to talk about football, we can talk about football, but Jay's talent...
He was the quarterback for the undefeated.
We were undefeated.
1960.
We were good.
61
Was that the
season.
year you
Yep.
played no games?
Anyway, thank you, and now a word from the man himself, Jay Lagemann.
Yeah. Well, I would just like to say that I didn't realize until I got out of Fieldston what a good education Fieldston had given me. I went to Princeton, and when the first grades came around, because I was in college, man, I wasn't concentrating on working hard or anything, and it turned out I was in the top 10% of the class, and I said, wait a minute, I thought college in Princeton was supposed to be hard. This is way easier than Fieldston. And so I went on, and I did well there and all that kind of stuff, and graduated Phi Beta Kappa and all this, and went to MIT for my doctorate in mathematics. and then realized that I didn't want to be inside four walls and working for, they say if you're so smart, why are you working for somebody else? And I thought, if I'm so smart, why am I working for anybody but me? So I took off, traveled around the world, and didn't really know what I was doing. I wrote a book, and then decided to get it published, and went down to New York. And I was looking for a woman with a loft. And it turns out that I found 3 women with a loft.
Same loft or 3 different lofts?
The same loft, 3 different women, closely related. The mother, who is now my wife, and the two identical twin daughters, who are now my daughters, and the mothers of my 6 grandchildren. And when I met them was when I started making sculpture, because they were drawing on wet napkins on a bar table at the Ken's Broome Street bar, where I was meeting a college friend of mine. And I had just passed a dumpster filled with great clean scraps of wood, and they were trying to draw on wet napkins. So I said, "Hey girls, why don't you go dumpster diving with me and we'll get something good to work on?" And they did. Their mother, the strangers, let their daughters go with it out. And we started, and then went back to their loft, and the girls were at 6 years old, were already sculptors and having so much fun making out of cardboard boxes and lots of duct tape, city blocks and stuff. And so I thought, this is fun, and started making sculpture with them, and we still make art together, 40 some odd years later. And that's one of the reasons why my art is about fun and family. And it's not, in some ways it's not serious art. But I studied art and fell in love with art, so there's a lot of Brancusi in it, as well as Calder and Michelangelo, and all this stuff where I took every art course at Princeton. Not the art courses, the art history courses, so I was steeped in all, because they didn't have art courses at Princeton back in those days. So anyway, here's the reading dog. And we might as well just cut to the chase.
I know that our head of school would like to say a few things. Joe Albrand.
Is that Bob's novel that he's reading?
This is Bob's novel.
Yeah, it's ossified the way they read it.
For this thing is spectacular. I saw it in June at the reunion.
Yeah.
And they were having this crazy conversation about
We were.
raising the money
We
to get
were.
it here, and everybody thought, yeah, that's never going to happen, right? So, it's great to see it. But I'll tell you what's even greater is, in my job now, I get to hear the stories of people who went to the school, and listening to that just now, the story of your trajectory. There are a lot of schools don't have people who go through the school and then go off and do the variety of things that you did, or the way you talk about yours, and I'm sure you all could do the same. And that is such a testament to who this school is, and what the school is, and what it believes in, and who it believes in. That it just it inspires this kind of creativity and motivation to go and do what's in your heart, and you get a benefit. You get a benefit of that. Besides just having all of you around today and all the time, alumni are so critical to the school. I had the chance to be at a memorial service for Clifford Alexander a couple of days ago, who was older. He was 55, but also has a group of classmates, and they once a month have a Zoom meeting together, 30 or 40 of them still, right? And that's what the school meant to them, and their connections. And you all are the same. when I was here in the 80s and the 90s, those, kids, right? Those kids now see each other all the time. Just another testament to, to the ethos and the beauty of this place. So that for me is really what makes a school tick. Yeah, we have the academics, we have all the great, strong stuff, and we turn out people who go on to great careers, great educations. But it's just so much more than that. There's always something about the soul in every story. So, I'm grateful to be here. I'm really grateful to do this. I'm a dog lover. Just now, so my grandmother I grew up with 10 dogs in the house all the time. 10. None of them have that, but it's okay. Anyway, thank you all on behalf. Thanks for coming. Thanks for raising the money. He has some stories about being a graduation speaker, which maybe he'll tell you off camera.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
should be responsible for keeping a bowl of water.
Yes. I think I'll do that.
Do we want to get a class picture in front of the statue real quick?
Yes.
Can we get everybody from the class to just gather around for a quick photo? That would be really nice.
Thank you.
And then everyone is invited to the commons in the old cafeteria for a reception.
I mean, isn't it terrible when love it?
Scooch in a little bit
Getting
more.
a diagram.
Can you join? Good? Yes? Okay.
Perfect. Jumping in there, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Jody,
You don't have to lean down.
No.
Are we good?
Yep, almost. Beautiful. There we go. Here we go, folks. Right here. You look fantastic. Awesome.
Okay, we'll hop out.
One without the staff. Excellent. Here we go. Beautiful. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard there's a reception following this immediately in the Commons. If you want some nibbles and drinks and a dry place to hang out for a little bit, okay?
Done.
Great.
Okay, and I'd just like to say,